What's up, guys? I hope you're all doing well. And look, this video is not for a new release, but it is for something that is celebrating its 30th anniversary, and Disney has re-released it into theaters for a limited time. It's The Lion King. Look, I already have a review up on this channel for the film. That video is probably 5 years old or something like that. And I believe that was for its 25th anniversary. So now it's 30th anniversary, 1994. This movie came out. And I grew up watching this movie. I love this movie. So this isn't going to be something that's going to shock you. This review, there's nothing in this review that's going to shock you. You've seen the film and you love the film. So this is more of a celebration of the film, but I'm going to slap movie review on it. Because, I mean, obviously this is a great movie and it stands the test of time. And for a lot of people, it's their favorite animated film of all time. Why is that? Let's investigate that. Now, for me personally, my favorite animated film of all time is a Disney film that came out a few years later than this. It's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now, this film is definitely top 5 Disney for me. The story is great. And you want to know something? I think the story in this movie is stronger than some of its characters. But after rewatching this movie for this review, I mean, it flies at such a lightning pace. And let's talk about the character Scar, which is a lot of people's favorite Disney villain. Jeremy Irons is fantastic. The animation and character design is fantastic. His song, Be Prepared, is excellent. The opening scene we see him in the film, he's fighting with Mufasa. He blatantly says, I could have been king, should have been king, until the little hairball came along. So instantly we know what he wants. He wants to be king. He wanted to be king. Now Simba came along, and now, that's the new next in the line. That's the new heir. So he says, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to kill them. We're going to kill them both. Okay? So, sets the stampede. Mufasa dies. It's a great scene, by the way. The stampede sequence is terrific. Hans Zimmer's music in that scene is terrific. But Scar's like, look, you killed your father. It's your fault. Run away and never return. Okay? And he does. He's just a kid. He's taking advantage of this poor kid, and he runs away. And he says to his hyenas, kill him. Okay, this is the second time that you're telling these hyenas to kill him. You couldn't do it the first time. Are they going to do it the second time? Obviously, they didn't do it. But the hyenas, they don't tell Scar that Simba survived. Okay, so then later on, we see Scar. He's in the cave, and he's basically living it up as king. And we don't really see him again until the end of the film, where he's like, Sarabi! And he's smacking her around, and Simba comes back. He is a con artist, he's a liar, and he's a deceiver. And when he's talking to Simba in that scene where he says, oh, look, it was the hyena's idea, blah, 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 spewing some more crap. And that ultimately bites him in the butt when he's at he falls off gets thrown off the cliff at the end of the movie, and he's like, oh, my friends. And they say, friends? I thought we were the enemy. And basically, they eat him alive. So he got what was coming to him. I mean, this is a ruthless, evil character. From start to finish in this movie, he is evil. I mean, he is really despicable. And he's one of the best Disney villains for sure. I don't know if he's as good as Judge Claude Frollo, who is also from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Look, that's a film that's going to be celebrating its 30th anniversary in 2 years, which I'd love to do a new review for. I'd love to talk about that film every day if I could, but I want to do it when it's a little more relevant. But, I think the movie stands the test of time, and why it's revered as one of the favorites is because, look, the soundtrack is great. The songs are really spectacular by Elton John and Tim Rice. The score by Hans Zimmer is fantastic. The characters are very likable. Timon and Pumbaa. I mean, they are memorable. And as soon as they come on the screen, for someone who's watching this for the first time, you could be like, oh, I don't know if these guys are going to work. This could be really annoying. but they work. They are not annoying, and they're not the greatest influence on Simba. I think they're kind of a bad influence on him, but they save his life. And they say, you know what? Forget your past. Just come live a life of Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. Come live with us, eat some bugs, have some fun. And then we cut to the future. And I love the scene on the log of the time passing as we see Simba grow from young to adult Simba. I just thought, that image is just kind of timeless and classic. But you want to know what? I give them a pass because when Simba goes back to Pride Rock to confront Scar, they go with him. That shows true friendship and true loyalty. It's like, oh, you know what? You obviously really care about this. We're just going to drop our lives. We could die today, but we're coming with you and we're going to fight with you. That is true friendship. And whatever they did, and they saved his life. I'm just saying they're not a great influence. I mean, the messages they're teaching aren't really good messages. Living carefree, not caring, going place to place. I mean, in a live action drama, these probably would be homeless bums that are prying for money off of people in your parking lot. So, but that's not the case here. They go with them to fight at the end of the movie. They're there. It's true friendship. The story is great. I mean, the story is great. It's very Shakespearean. And the score is probably one of the best things about it. Hans Zimmer's Oscar-winning score is just out of this world beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. The action stuff, the more intense dramatic stuff. I mean, it is a great score, and I'm happy that it won the Oscar all those years ago. And the song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Excuse me. I almost just hawked up some bugs myself. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? The Oscar-winning song from the film. So many things to tell her, but how to make her see the truth about my past? Impossible. She'd turn away from me. I mean, it's a great, great song. And it's a lot of stuff with self-reflection, dealing with the whole thing. But the songs in the movie are wonderful, and 3 of them were nominated. 2 others were nominated for an Oscar: Circle of Life and Hakuna Matata. Be Prepared is also another great song. The Can You Wait to Be King? That's probably my least favorite song of the movie, but the rest of the songs are really spectacular. And the opening of the film, Circle of Life, this is a lot of people's favorite opening to any Disney film. It's right up there with me. The Circle of Life opening sequence and the Bells of Notre Dame opening sequence of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Those are the 2 best openings of any film, not just a Disney film, any film. Some could say maybe the Battle over Coruscant and Revenge of the Sith could be up there as well. But, this film is iconic. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to slip into the theater to see this. So I watched it again on 4K and just loved it. I was just into it and immersed in it. I was laughing, with the comedic parts. Also thank God Timon and Pumbaa showed up into this movie because things get dark really quickly. I mean, Mufasa dies, Simba is banished. I mean, he's laying in the desert. He's unconscious. I mean, things get really grim in this. So Timon and Pumbaa, I mean, they just kind of breathe fresh air and life into the movie as well. And they're some of the best sidekicks in any Disney film. And any film in general might just be the best. I mean, they're right up there with some of the best Pixar sidekicks, like Woody and Buzz, like Marlin and Dory. I mean, they're up to Mike and Sully, Timon and Pumbaa. I mean, these are just characters that are going to stand the test of time in a film that's going to stand the test of time. But this is a 5 out of 5 star movie, obviously. I mean, it's excellent. And I do have a little nitpick. I mean, it's not really a nitpick, but it's something like when the movie ended, I was like, I'll let it slide. Simba goes back to Pride Rock and the place is bare And they even say as much, there's nothing left here. We have to leave Pride Rock. And Scar says, we're not going anywhere. And then, after Simba takes the throne, we cut to the future. And Rafiki raises baby Kiara. But let's just think about it. Okay. So they conceived the child. You go through the full months of childbirth. So we're dealing with maybe a year almost from the time he takes Pride Rock in the rain as he walks up, and then cutting to the end of the film where everything's nice, bright, and sunny again, and all the animals are back. You had a year. So I guess it makes sense. I was just like, okay, we go from nothing to having everything back. So how did everything come back? Now, if there's no animals around, I mean, you must have had a couple zebra, elephants, giraffe coming around mating to create new life. I mean, I don't know. It's a nitpick. Okay, I don't, take any points off this movie from that. It's just something I thought at the end of the movie watching it. It's the first time I've ever thought that. But regardless, that's my thoughts on The Lion King. I just kind of wanted to celebrate it again for its 30th anniversary. And yeah, hopefully you guys are going to be able to check it out somehow. It's on Disney Plus. Maybe you got a 4K Blu-ray. Maybe you got a damn VHS of the film. Regardless, hopefully you can go back down memory lane and enjoy the circle of life once again. Guys, comment down below. What do you think about The Lion King? What is your favorite Disney animated classic? Leave that down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got reviews for Longlegs, Fly Me to the Moon, The Boy and the Heron, all those new reviews up on the channel now. And we've got a bunch of exciting reviews. We're going to be talking about Maxine next. And that review is coming out Sunday night. And guys, you can follow me on Twitter and or X at RyanKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingOfRises131. Thank you so much for watching my review for the 30th anniversary of The Lion King. And until next time, over and out.